Let's take you to the Eastern Cape's Kouga Municipality, where additional air units have been deployed to assist in ongoing efforts to contain veld fires in Vlakteplaas, Boplaas and Zuurbron. Newzroom Afrika's Liyema Vumisa joins us live with the latest. Good morning, Liyema. Not a good situation at all. What is the latest on the ground?
Morning, Masachaba. Absolutely not a good situation. In fact, a dire one, if you ask me, as those sporadic flare-ups continue to emerge from various parts of the Humansdorp under the Kouga Municipality. I beg your pardon there. Now, this is 3 days since your fire rescue and fire emergency personnel services were deployed to try and contain the various fires. As you can see on your screen right now, we are on the Hanki area, just besides the road that is R330, where we understand then that one of those flare-ups has started to re-emerge in this particular area. The municipality stating, of course, that they continue to have personnel on the ground and also that additional air support that you alluded to, having also required assistance from various other organizations, including the humanitarian aid from the Gift of the Givers alongside the municipality of Beyers-Naudé, who also stepped in to assist the Kouga Municipality. Now, we understand that the St. Francis Bay, then, that area has started to be under control as far as those fires are concerned. Meanwhile, in the Zuurbron area, this is just a couple of kilometers from where we are. We understand then that this fire that you are seeing and the smoke as well on your screen right now started from that area and is now advancing towards the mountains. Luckily then, for some of the residents in the area and even some of the private farm owners, this has not entirely affected their farms. But there are other sporadic flare-ups that are continuing, Masachaba, to emerge in various parts of the Humansdorp area. I know between Humansdorp and Jeffreys Bay, that's the N2 and the R102, there is also a flare up there, and also at the north of the Humansdorp. Matter of fact, the municipality informing me earlier on that a second fire in that north of Humansdorp is in fact challenging due to the difficult terrain and also the inability then of those fire emergency personnel to access that particular area. You'd understand then that currently those strong winds continue to be very much prevalent in this area, picking up at about 42 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, your temperatures are at about 25 degrees Celsius, so certainly not so great if you are referring to the wind, but at least, especially considering that last night, Masachaba, before we slept, the community of Humansdorp held a community prayer asking for the rain and also asking for calm as far as these fires are concerned. And just when we woke up then, we understand that the temperatures has tried to cool down a bit, but as far as the wind is concerned, it is not helping, especially with trying to contain the various fires from the fire emergency personnel. But the municipality mentioning that they continue to support every single person and also have the Gift of the Givers that have also started to have a place of safety then for those people that have been asked to evacuate about 2 days ago. They are placed at Jeffreys Bay. We're going to have that a little bit later on. But also SPCA, something that is not really spoken about. Some of the animals where these fires, are apparent and are prevalent at. There are animals in those various farms, so SPCA is also on the ground trying to assist where they can and care for any animals that are affected by those fires. But the municipality remaining confident, Masachaba, that they will have this contained, especially with some of the assistance that they've since required from the various other municipalities. But unfortunately, just when we slept last night, we understand then that another fire that has started at the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan Municipality is also starting to pick up. Quite a concern for that particular metropolitan municipality, because just on the river then, there by the Van Stadens River, that is where that fire has crossed from the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality coming into this area of the Kouga Municipality. So there, teams as well have been deployed to try and assist as far as containing those fires. But the residents are having various speculations, might I just add, Masachaba, especially concerning what might have been the cause of these fires, while others claim that it is natural that at this time of the year, particularly in this season, these flare-ups normally occur. But others have speculations really about an intentional occurrence from some of the residents, from some of the motorists with their cigarettes, bars that they just dispose of carelessly, if you will. So we will continue then to monitor the situation in this part of the area in Humansdorp, and later on head to the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality. But the municipality here in Kouga will inform us then as to really, is there any tangible report in terms of the cause of these fires, or do we just go with the mere fact that they are in fact natural? But like I mentioned, sporadic flare-ups are continuing in various parts of the Humansdorp under the Kouga Municipality.
Newzroom Afrika reporter Liyema Vumisa is in the Eastern Cape's Kouga Municipality, where he is monitoring that story very closely for us. We'll take you back there.